Hello everyone, this is Lali here, and I have a very special guest with us, Master NLP Practitioner, Coach Bonnie, and Certified Hypnotherapist. Welcome to the show.
Hello, and thank you for having me. It's so great to be here again, and I'm so grateful to start the year with you and looking forward to speak NLP language with you. I know that you also practice NLP and are a practitioner, and it feels like family when two people understand the same language. So I'm grateful that to have a conversation with you today.
Thank you very much for being with us, and definitely it's an honor to have you. And also, I do believe that speaking NLP language is feeling like being with family members. You've been practicing NLP for years and years, so how would you define what is it neuro-linguistic programming?
Very good question, because when a lot of people unfortunately don't know what NLP or neuro-linguistic programming is. The best way that I can describe it so people can understand it is a manual for your mind.
That's right.
So, but if we want to go a little bit deeper, neuro is your nervous system, your neurology. And the linguistic part, of course, is the language part. How we speak, not with others, but within our own internal representation. How are we speaking with ourselves in our thought? So all of that matters in how we present ourselves or how we create our reality. And then, of course, programming. How are we programmed to do certain behaviors, certain patterns? Where do they come from? How do I do the things that I do? So neuro-linguistic programming is actually a combination of many techniques that goes deep inside the mind, the subconscious mind specifically, and understands what limits you have, and then starts to remove and shift and reframe those beliefs that you have.
That's right. You said it very well, and definitely I agree. It's a wonderful tool that is basically used to model and model the best
Excellence.
Yes. And definitely using verbal communication, using the language and specific definition of your internal representation. And often, as we're practitioners, we also hear a lot of the times that our clients or people around us, the way they communicate, you can already catch within their words and sentences how they feel internally and how they see the world.
Absolutely. Yes. That's a very important realization, not just for us practitioners to recognize what needs to be done, but also making the person, the client aware, making everyone aware of how they are speaking to themselves. What is the language that they're using? Are they using absolute words? Are they using I can't, I shouldn't, all of these words that limits ourselves? And going further to open up and make the shift, the belief that they have, so that they can realize that there is something more. They don't need to be confined to the limiting belief that they have.
Definitely. And I'm very glad that you touched that topic, that limiting beliefs is basically the ones that sometimes humans operate on a subconscious level, and only themselves limit from the perfect and the best self that they can be. So I love using NLP for limiting beliefs and applying it for whether it's like a big life goals or small one. It's just a belief that is born internally within you, and then just by identifying it, you understand that there is unlimited possibilities, and it's only you are the one who's choosing how to act forward.
Absolutely. So for someone that's watching us now, you're probably going, what is a limiting belief and how do I change it? So anytime that your conversation with yourself is in a way that says, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it, I'm not able to, I don't know how to. Anytime that you are limiting yourself in order to take action to do something, that is a limiting belief. And where do they come from?
It's a good question.
It's a very good question. Where do we get these limiting beliefs? So from age 0 to 7, we are like sponges. Whatever that we are told, whatever our environment, our circumstances, our experiences is at that moment, we take that on to be our reality. So limiting beliefs depends on how you were raised, what your parents told you. Were they praising you, punishing you? Were you raised in a loving family, or were you raised in a family that always criticized you? School, mental program, your hardwiring, culture, media, everything that has happened in your life makes your beliefs. And a lot of times we decide based on past experiences, oh, this is good, this is bad. So we categorize things. This is good, this is not good. And those are the things that we call limiting beliefs. Whatever that is limiting you, shrinking you to get to the next step in your life, that's a limiting belief. And that's what NLP is really, really good at, to remove and replace those with empowering ones.
I cannot agree more. It's definitely like very, very important in a child's development at the early stage, how they are raised and what they're listening to. Whatever they listen, that gets programmed into their subconscious mind and then in future operates as a beliefs. So most of the times working with clients, probably 80% we have to revisit childhood and re-identify whether this belief is still serving them or not. Because some of the beliefs that were serving them in the past, however, they're no longer valid.
Absolutely.
That's why by shifting and identifying them, we can impact the future decisions. And now being adult, being conscious and being in charge of your own choices, you are able to reframe it, look at it differently.
Absolutely. Very well said. And Lali, I want to talk about another benefit of NLP. NLP is fast. We give tools and you can use it immediately. Sometimes even under like a minute, 5 minutes, you see the change. And a lot of people think that change needs to be really hard. You know, I have to go through years and years of therapy and this, and I'm absolutely not dissing therapy. My husband is a therapist, so it's just different. It's faster, okay, and you see results much faster. And I think one reason is that NLP doesn't ask why. We don't get involved in the story.
Yes.
It doesn't matter why it happened. But now how we can fix it, reframe it, shift it. How can I not have it anymore? So the why it becomes non-important.
That's a very beautiful topic, and thank you for touching that. Definitely the change is everything. And we would have a very interesting discussion in a next segment of ours. However, today I'm very grateful having you here and looking forward for our next communication. And I would say to our viewers, please stay tuned because we have amazing tools and techniques for you that will definitely help you to change and have the life that you really deserve. Stay tuned.